Hello and welcome everyone. Today we will be talking about the history of Nobel Prize, which is considered to be the most prestigious award any human being could think of. But this prestige was not formed overnight, as it was cultivated in the decades of hard work and sheer will that is manifested in the inventions of the scientists, political leaders, and human rights activists all over the world. That's why it's important to understand history behind this idea. Nobel Prize was first established by the Swedish inventor and businessman Alfred Nobel through his last will. In 1862, Nobel built a small factory to manufacture nitroglycerin, and also he undertook research to find a safe way to control the detonation of the explosives. He invented a practical detonator in 1863. It consists of a wooden plug that was inserted into a larger charge of nitroglycerin held in a metal container. This invention marked the beginning of Nobel's reputation as an inventor and also the fortune he was to acquire as a maker of explosives. A blasting cap, which was an improved detonator, was invented by Nobel in 1865. This invention inaugurated the modern use of higher explosives. His next important invention was dynamite. In 1867, he was granted patents for it in the Great Britain and the United States in 1868. With the invention of dynamite, he gained fame across the world and was soon put to use in blasting funnels, cutting canals, and building railways and roads. To manufacture dynamite, Nobel built a network of factories throughout Europe in the 1870s and 80s. He invented a more powerful form of dynamite and named it blasting gelatin in 1875. He patented it the following year. Also by chance, he had discovered that mixing a solution of nitroglycerin with a fluffy substance called nitrocellulose results in a tough plastic material. It has a higher resistance and greater blasting power than ordinary dynamites. Various things were also invented by him, like artificial silk and leather. He altogether registered more than 350 patents in several countries, and he was never married. At the time of his death, Nobel held 355 patents in different countries. There were Nobel companies in more than 20 countries, with explosives of all kinds being manufactured under his patents in around 90 factories worldwide. Nobel lived and worked in many countries including Sweden, Russia, France, UK, Germany, and Italy. When the Swedish businessman Alfred Nobel passed away in 1896, he left behind what was then one of the world's largest private fortunes. In his last will, Nobel declared that the whole of his remaining fortune of 31.5 million Swedish crowns was to be invested in safe securities and should constitute a fund, and the interest on which shall be annually distributed in the form of prizes to those who during the preceding year shall have conferred the greatest benefit on mankind. The will specified in which fields the prizes should be awarded: physics, chemistry, medicine or physiology, literature and peace, and which criteria the respective prize committee should apply when choosing the prize recipients. According to the will, the Nobel Peace Prize was to be awarded to the person who shall have done the most or the best work for fraternity between the nations and the abolition or reduction of standing armies and the formation and spreading of peace congress. Alfred Nobel's will declared that the Nobel Peace Prize was to be awarded by a committee of 5 persons selected by the Norwegian Storting Parliament. The Storting accepted the assignment in April 1897, and the Nobel Committee of the Norwegian Storting was set up in August of the same year. Every year in early October, the winners are announced, and on 10th December, the so-called Nobel Day award ceremonies take place in the Swedish capital of Stockholm and the Norwegian capital of Oslo. The year 2020, however, was an exception to the rule with the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The laureates received their diplomas and medals in their countries of residence. Nobel Week was staged as a digital event with award ceremonies and lectures held online, and the usual banquets in Stockholm and Oslo cancelled. The same routines will apply in Sweden for the 2021 prizes, while the Norwegian Nobel Committee have opted for an in-person award ceremony for the Peace Prize in Oslo City Hall in Sweden. However, Nobel's will triggered a lengthy legal battle with parts of the Nobel family. It was not until this conflict had been resolved and financial matters had been satisfactorily arranged through the establishment of the Nobel Foundation in Sweden in 1900 that the Norwegian Nobel Committee and the other prize awarding bodies could begin their work. The first Nobel Prize was awarded in 1901. The Peace Prize for that year was shared between the Frenchman Frédéric Passy and the Swiss Jean-Henri Dunant. Women have also won the Nobel Prize and the prize in economic sciences 58 times from 1901 to 2021. One woman, Marie Curie, was honored twice, receiving the 1903 Nobel Prize in Physics and the 1911 Nobel Prize in Chemistry. And in 1909, Swede Selma Lagerlöf became the first female literature laureate. The oldest winner to date is John B. Goodenough, who was 97 when he was awarded the prize in chemistry in 2019. The youngest winner to date is Malala Yousafzai, who was 17 when she was awarded the Peace Prize in 2014. Now, if you think of any other persons who would have deserved the award more, or if you would like to achieve for yourself, then don't be shy and work towards achieving this dream, as your name could be forever remembered in glory of this award and your share towards humanity. See you till next time.